What was the best revenge you've ever gotten? Mine was in the Air Force. I had a racist for an immediate supervisor who always gave me average ratings on my performance. I didn't realize how bad I was getting screwed until one of my counterparts, who was a total screw-up, was shocked that he higher ratings than myself. A 3 is considered average, which I was getting on my reviews. This screw-up was getting 5s, which is the highest score. I was thinking, how the heck did he get a 5? This dude missed time, came to work drunk, was reprimanded for fights, been to jail, etc. My record was spotless. Always the first on the job and the last to leave. Kept my uniform super clean. So I realized that I'm working twice as hard as this other dude and getting a much lower score. This was in the 1990s. I overheard a conversation with my racist supervisor one day about what he wanted to be when he leave the military. He stated that he wanted to be a highway patrol officer so that he can legally hit minorities. He always made crude jokes about Mexicans and blacks. As an African American myself, I hated this dude's guts. His leadership skills were the worst. I hated every day of working with him. One day it was his last day of work. The shop was going to throw a going away party for this racist pig. There was an option to donate $10 to the potluck to participate in the party or miss out and work. I chose to work. I'm not donating a dime to this dude's going away party. After he gracefully disappeared from the job, I thought that would be the last I've heard of him. Nope. I was wrong. Found out later that he did apply for the state highway patrol position. The timing on this particular day couldn't have been more perfect. 2 men from the highway patrol were visiting our unit and I happened to be the only person there. They asked me who's in charge? Well, I'm the only airman in the shop, so I was actually in charge. I asked them what's going on. They told me that they are doing a follow-up on a gentleman who applied for highway patrol who used to work at this unit. I told them I have detailed files on this person. What made this even better was the fact that one highway patrol officer was black, the other was Hispanic. I was so nervous in hopes that our main supervisor didn't show up because he would give this guy a decent feedback. I wanted them to hear the dark side of this scumbag. I told them that he was a decent worker at best, but here are some documents I wanted to share. Luckily I kept my old floppy disk handy with all of the stuff I wrote to the higher chain of command about this racist posse. The statements had dates and times I written down of his racist comments over the years. Too many to write in this essay. But let's just say it was 2 pages worth, front and back. The look of disgust was very apparent on their faces. One of them asked me, people like him still exist in the military? I replied shockingly, yes. They asked me, did you ever want to knock this dude the fuck out? Many times I did. To make a long story short, months went by and I didn't hear anything. Then one day I overheard a conversation about my former supervisor being turned down for his highway patrol job and was working at a Walmart as a warehouse worker. In all honesty, I take great pleasure in feeling that my sneaky swift actions were the reason.